Hi, my name is Mitchell Thompson. I'm with the GU Papyrus, and today I'm with BJ Fink.
Hi, like you said, my name's BJ Fink, and I'm the esports coordinator here at Greenville.
One of the big questions I wanted to ask is, I hear between esports, like Greenville Esports, Greenville Gaming Club, is there a difference between the two? Are they the same? Like,
Sure.
do you want to be more of an esports and just have the club kind of have like?
Yeah.
How's that going?
So the idea is actually to build a full three-tiered system.
Okay.
Where we have competitive teams and a streaming core, so those that want to compete and those dedicated to streaming for us to build our content base.
And you guys have a Twitch, yes?
Yes, and we do have the Twitch. And we're Greenville Univ on that, so if people want to find us. So the idea is to compete and build content for ourselves, but then to also keep, because we want to develop student engagement on campus as well, to keep the student-led gaming club underneath the umbrella of esports, but that is completely led by a club president, vice president, and treasurer with our backing if they need it for events or equipment or things like that. So,
I get that. And so it's mostly like you have the gaming club and the people that want to like really get into it have esports basically.
Yeah, because there's some people who will come and say, "Oh, I'm just more of a casual gamer. I want that." So we want to provide an environment for them as well to be involved. So
yeah, I get that. And more on like what you talked about, like different teams within the esports group. Like what kind of more specific games do they?
Yeah, so
because I've definitely heard of League. And
League of Legends, and hopefully we can keep that going. That'll be interesting. Finding the demographics for video games are different based on whether you're rural or urban. So urban players, League is very popular. We're in Midwestern Illinois. League is not so popular.
Yeah, exactly.
We currently have teams, of course, for Overwatch and Rainbow Six, and then Hearthstone also has a couple guys. But we want to keep those games going and then launch Super Smash as well and get Fortnite going. Rocket League will have an official team this next year as well.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna blow up sticks. I missed.
Woo! I scored, boys! And they both left the match. That's a GG.
Game. It ends right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
GG. Well played, well played. Rematch.
I've kind of heard from like the Overwatch and like the Rainbow Six what recent events have they like gone through? Because I remember them facing other colleges, haven't they?
Yeah, so Overwatch and Rainbow Six have both played in collegiate tournaments. Overwatch, though, the way Overwatch work in the fall is preseason. Based on how you do in preseason, seed you for a spring tournament.
I see.
And in the spring, I think it was about 6 weeks long. Rainbow Six was in their tournament this semester as well. It's the collegiate Rainbow Six, collegiate R6. In the last, we were going to get into the playoffs if we beat the University of Kentucky. So that was the 4-hour match. It was very long, very well played by both teams, but we eventually lost in the end. So.
Hey, I mean, it's the University of Kentucky.
I know, but I mean, it was our first year, so
that is also true. That's also true.
That's pretty good. So,
So, one thing that kind of like from people at home, whenever they hear about like a gaming club or like an esports team, they think, oh, kids are just going to go to this college, play video games, and not do any studies and stuff. Like, what do you? Based off of the people within the commitment, how do you feel with like GPA versus like staying in like the club or anything?
Yeah, and so of course the club being student led and student organized, that's just for anybody and everyone. For the competitive teams, we've set a limit of a 2.5 to compete. While you're in school, you have to have at least a 2.5 GPA to play, which is more strict than any other athletic team. What we found on a couple of our other meetings lately for esports is that those currently involved, we have the highest GPA of any group on campus.
Wow, that's pretty
crazy. We have an average of a 3.5 and higher. So our students are doing their homework, they are creative, and that's the thing people don't understand a lot about gamers. Yeah, you can sit in your room and be alone, but when you're provided with a community, you get to experience that, and you're supported by people, so you're studying, you're playing, you're interacting, and building lifelong friendships and lasting relationships.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And I mean, yeah, you're just that more geared up for school in general. So
yeah, I was gonna say, even like people don't really talk about that much, but I know that the commitment within other sports programs, if they don't have time management, I mean, it's just as bad as as anything else.
And that's what I mean, there's plenty of people in other athletics or other school programs that skip class for certain things. I mean, there's athletic teams that miss at least like 10 days Fridays, in class, per semester and things like that, which is a lot, but that's kind of the idea. Or if you're at a D1 school, you're almost never in the classroom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So to have that comparison, my guys, our players are in the classroom, they're doing things, and they have at least a support community here to engage them. So,
oh, cool. And another question is, within how esports is going right now, or like the gaming club is going right now, how do you feel like it's going to be moving towards the future?
Yeah, so of course, this is our pilot year, so we will officially be an athletic varsity program. A club team overall, but it's a varsity club team because it's not run by the NCAA. But we will have a roster right now. We're looking at about 14 to 15 students coming in the fall.
That's nice.
Freshmen, for esports. And we'll be, of course, moving our new studio space into the Smart Center, so getting an official studio.
It definitely help.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. We're doing some extra fundraising on the outside to outfit it really well, and just to get as much of a state-of-the-art facility as possible. We've also moved into some high schools and helped them set up some clubs. We're working with even other businesses in the Smart Center as well that will be promoting esports, like people that want to start PC cafes, different things like that. And then, of course, with the tournament space that we'll have, hosting high school tournaments and collegiate tournaments here on campus to
That'd be very nice.
Provide involvement. Yeah. So
yeah, no, definitely. Get the community involved. And all that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what Greenville's about. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Why not? Why not blow it out of the water there?
Oh, that's awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to bring up? Or anything you'd like to plug or anything?
I mean, honestly, just I do like to stress that point that I grew up in the era where it was still, of course, talked about that video games are not productive for society. But current trends state, hey, we're at a 40-year low for youth violence. First world nations that have students or children that play video games in America is at 97%. Of our youth play video games. They actually have a lower crime and violence rate than other nations because you're not bored. You're not sitting there thinking of ways to entertain yourself. You are entertained. So to take those people and provide them with this community space and to do it in this atmosphere where Greenville can support you and provide you with guidance and different things like that while getting a great education is key.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
and the people will be more happy too. So.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
Exactly.
There you go, happy gamers.
Well, I feel like that's pretty good.